No standards means you don't value you. I am Chris from Men of Integrity, where he'll build stronger, better men for a brighter future. Now, what you tolerate in life is the standard you set. So if you tolerate low level standard in life, that's it. That's all you're going to get in life, is a low standard of life. So what you have to do is raise your tolerance. Now, where does this come from? Well, it comes from a low self-esteem. Basically, you don't value yourself enough to not tolerate the garbage in your life, because you don't believe that you're worth anything less than the lowest standard. So we need to change that, because you are worth a lot more than just crap. But you have to demonstrate that value. You can't just expect to have a higher standard of life of other people if you're not accepting that from yourself. You have to raise your own standards and raise your own value so you can actually live the kind of life you want. But that comes the next question. What kind of life do you want to live? Do you want to have a life where you're just barely surviving? Or do you want to go out there and thrive in life? I want to build men who go out there and pave the way for the next generation. We've got a generation of weak men out in this world, which is why I've began this channel. And I want the men of this world to lift up the standards so that everyone else can follow suit. All right, but what kind of standards are we talking about? Your standard of living, your standard of health, which has gone down the drain lately. Your standard of work, finances, how much money you want to make, even what it is you do and how they treat you at work. And finally, your standard of relationships. How are you getting treated and how are you treating the other person? It all comes down to what you tolerate and what you believe about yourself. Like I said, it all comes down to self-esteem. So how are you going to build up that self-esteem? What are you going to do to change this? Well, first, you got to do things that you can take control of. The first thing I would recommend, and I think Jordan Peterson said it best, clean your goddamn room. Clean your room. Have a nice, tidy standard in your house. Trust me, it'll make you feel better. Bit of hard work, but you come home at the end of the day, you cooked yourself some food. Wash up. How does your house look right now? How does your car look like right now? Look around and tell me what it is you see. What is the standard of the room you're in right now? Is that something you're going to tolerate? Ask yourself what kind of life you want to live. Obviously, you're watching this video for a reason, and if you're still here, I'm not trying to be harsh, but then again, that's what needs to be done right now, because the standard of this world has dropped, and I've had my own standards lifted. I didn't realize of how little value I had on myself until I came to a place where they actually valued themselves. They had high self-esteem, and they showed me a standard that was worth living. And I've taken that on board. Now I'm trying to give you guys, what kind of life do you want? Raise the standards. So look around your room. How is it? What kind of food are you eating? How's your body? How's your health right now? There's this coronavirus going around everywhere. I've got to say, I'm not bragging, and knock on wood, I haven't even got the flu or a runny nose. Now, the one thing I've always made sure is that my health was in check. And not just my physical health, which, I'm working on, as you can see. Got the bag here. I hit the boxing bag, I do the gym, and I eat fairly healthy. I need to raise the standard in some areas, but I also enjoy some good food, But because my standards are so high in every other area, I can enjoy the odd takeout now and then, and it's only odd. I'm not always doing it. Also, my mental health is on point. I meditate daily. But how's your health? How are you feeling? What kind of standard of health do you want to live? It also comes down to cleaning your room as well, I've got to say. What kind of standard are you going to tolerate when it comes to your health? That is probably the most important thing in the world, your health. If you have a low health, there's not much you can do. You've got no energy, no motivation, and your life is going to be down. So, what are you going to do? Work out. Work out daily. These are things that, it should be common sense by now, but you need daily routines and rituals to really get this to happen. We want to build up your self-esteem, build up your value. And if you're hitting the gym, you're going to start feeling strong inside your body. You're going to be eating healthy. You're going to have more energy to live. You're meditating. You're clearing out all the past. And your value is going to start rising in yourself. You're going to have a higher self-esteem. You've got a clean house, good health. That's already lifting the value. Next, you want to make more money. You want to get a better job. Learn new skills. Or skill up at what you already know. Because then you can actually give value. And once you're adding more value to the world, You're already raising the standard of what you can give, the standard of excellence. That's the kind of life I want you guys to have. And finally is relationships. You don't just have to get with anyone. If you've put in the work in every other area, your health, your whole lifestyle, and you've made the money, you've got the skills to go out there and do whatever it is you want, you don't just have to settle for anyone because you're afraid to be alone. You can meet people who are going to enhance your life. Because right now, I swear there's a scarcity mindset out there where everyone's like, oh, there's not enough for everyone. Which I've already talked about this, but I'm going to talk about it again. There is plenty out there, but you got to work, and work for it. And the way to work for it is set a higher standard and live up to that standard. It comes back to, again, what kind of life do you want to live? And who do you want to be a part of it? Don't just let anyone come in. You've got to screen these people. I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, but friends, even the family you want to talk to and hang around. They have to have they have to meet your standard, and they'll respect you for it. It might seem like a pain in the ass at first, but once they see that you're actually putting in the work, you hold yourself to that standard, they're going to rise up to meet you. You want people to rise up to your level. They're going to be happier for it as well. So you're doing the world a favor. That's why this is men of integrity. This isn't men of the everyday man. Because the everyday man isn't putting in the work. We are putting in the work. You are going to put in the work if you want to live a great life. Now, if this video has touched base, like the video, share it with someone who needs to see it, right? And set the higher standard. Demonstrate value in yourself. Go out there and do it. I believe in you. I know I do. I wouldn't be making these videos if I didn't think that you guys could go and do it. And it's easy. Well, sorry. It's simple. It's simple. Not always easy. All right, you got to put in hard work. You have to work for what you want in life. Can't just go out away drinking every weekend, eating takeaway every single day, just getting with random girls and just hoping that your life's going to be great. It won't fill the void. You know what will fill the void? Building yourself up, adding value within yourself, giving value back to the world. That's what it comes down to. I'm Chris. Adios.